Many of you just had an amazing weekend in the Windy City at the Chicago Marathon. We're going to try to catch up with all you there. The Boston Bruins are back, baby, and undefeated to start the season. I'm 21 days away from the New York City Marathon, and my kick-ass rock server co-host is still away after crushing social media content all weekend long. We all know I'm not capable of doing this podcast alone, so I had to bring on another substitute co-host. This time it's a familiar voice. You all know her because she's a golf pro. Tara Pterodactyl, what's up?
Wow, once again, I'm blown away by the intro. So good. I think it's my favorite part of the whole show.
I saw you adjusting the volume on your mic. Was I too loud?
No, it wasn't loud enough. I got it perfect, though.
There you go. I just thought my voice was too loud. Hey, you're a big Bruins fan. We're 3-0. Hopefully when this drops on Tuesday, we're 4-0. But wow, what a start.
Yeah.
Have you been watching?
Yeah, actually, last night I stayed up for the first two periods because it got a little late. But man, we're on fire. I love it.
I know. And it's a fun, exciting hockey. We're one of the youngest teams in the league, and they're just like putting out it's like exciting to watch, and they're playing meaningful games. You feel like, we're not a good enough team to contend, but you just want to be playing meaningful games.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're exciting to watch right now. They're 3-0. We're undefeated. Only 4 teams in the league right now. Sunday night we're recording are undefeated. But yeah, that's exciting. We also beat Chicago. So a lot of everyone after we beat Chicago went to Chicago. Enemy territory. I hope you all had a safe time, and Chicago Blackhawk fans weren't mad that we beat you in dramatic fashion in overtime. Did you see that save?
So that one I didn't stay up for because one, it was on a school night and it was late, but I always watch the replays. First thing I do in the morning is I go to my CBS Sports app and I check the scores and I look at all the periods and everything. So that was pretty cool. But I think Kay, do you know Kay?
Yeah,
Lindsay's,
I know Kay.
Well, I say Lindsay's friend, but she's my friend too.
She works
was at the game.
Like a minor league hockey team.
Yeah.
With the shirt cannon shooting in the stands.
Yeah, she was actually at that game. So, yeah, that was wild. It's great. It's early on in the season, but it's fun to win. I don't care what point in the season it is.
Absolutely. Especially to start the year off winning like that.
Yeah,
Unreal.
Definitely.
Exciting hockey right now. Exciting hockey. But this isn't a hockey podcast. It's a running podcast. But we're not even going to talk about running yet because you just had this amazing trip. And that's actually really why I asked you to be my co-host. You need to tell me more about your golf game because you got invited to do some huge tournament. Now, I don't know much about golf because I thought Pebble Beach was like in Georgia, but you went to Pebble Beach. How did this? Okay, let's start from square one. Like, are you technically a professional golfer?
No, I am not, but I'm at the top of the amateur level. So this event was the 38th U.S. Women's Mid-Amateur Championship. So what a mid-amateur is you have to be 25 years or older. So it's good because...
You just made that cut.
I just barely made it. Yeah. Thank you for that. We hear the pew, pew, pew. But the good thing about this is that you don't compete against the teenagers, the 13, 14, 15, the college kids that's all they do is play golf 7 days a week. 8 hours a day. Like I work 2 jobs. I play every Saturday and Sunday. I'm lucky for that, but like I don't get time to practice. It's just it's harder. So
one
it's
of your
25
jobs is golf though.
Yeah, I know, but I don't play with them all the time. I'm telling them what to so I do play with them sometimes. So it does a little perk of that, but
weird. But, play with girls.
So, oh my God. So anyways, so you have to qualify for it. And what that entails is you can pick any site in the United States. They have them all across the US and you can sign up. You pay $190. It's 1 day, 18 holes. And depending on how many women are at each site, depends on how many people they take. So if I wanted to, I could go out to Colorado and play in that qualifier, but most people go to the one that's close to their home. So they have a qualifier at Laconia Country Club, and it was in the middle of August. There were 16 women that signed up. There was women from New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, New Hampshire. I think there was a woman from Florida. But because there was only 16 women there, they were only taking the top 2. So I had to play really good golf for 18 holes in order to punch my ticket to Pebble Beach.
Is 16 a lot, or is that not a lot?
So I'd say it's in the middle. So if you go to a site out in California or Florida, you're going to get probably 40 women. New England, not that much. So I think the Massachusetts qualifier had 25. So we're not that far off, but it's kind of a strategy thing because people will travel to go to a site that they know that they're going to have a better chance at getting in at. So basically, it's actually a funny story. I was injured at the time and I was like, you know what? I paid $190. I'm not going to not do this. Like, worst case scenario, I don't make it, but I'm still going to go get to play Laconia Country Club, which is a private club up in Laconia. Super nice track. And I think I made it through the first 6 holes. I was playing terrible. But when I say terrible, I'm like, I was making bogeys and not pars. And I was like, oh, this is a disaster. And then I hit the club. I actually like tore a muscle in my ab
and
on my side.
Broken back.
And yeah, I broken back. I also just found out I had an MRI last week. I have a bulge disc in my neck. So I'm pretty much a train wreck. So I hit this club on 6 and I almost fell to the ground because I couldn't breathe. Like, that's how bad this injury hurt me. And I looked at the guy that was caddying for me and I said to him, I think I have to walk off this golf course. And he was like, all right. He's like, whatever you need to do. And then he's like, I finished the hole out. I made a par. He's like, I'm going to run to the bathroom. I had a little come to Jesus talk with myself from that hole to the next hole. And I was like, you have to try. You just have to try. I'm like, this is Pebble Beach and you never know. So right then and there, I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take 1 club less into every shot. And that way I don't have to swing as hard. And maybe if I don't swing as hard, it won't hurt as much. So from there on out, I had, what's that? Easy math, 12 holes left. I think I shot even par the rest of the way and I ended up winning. So at one point I was on the, I had just finished the 15th hole and I made a double bogey on it, which is not good. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I was doing so good. And then I asked the guy that was caddying for me, I said, hey, can you look at the scores? Because it was live scoring. And I was like, I have 3 holes left. Like, do I have a chance? And he looked at it and he was like, you have a chance. And so I was like, all right, I'm just going to try to.
Do you know?
What's that?
Like, were you winning or were
no,
you
he said that I told him, I said, I don't want to know where I'm at because I didn't want to know that. And I said, but just let me know if I'm still in this. Because I think at that point I was 5 over and I was like, that's not like a really good score for this. Like, I needed to be better than that. So I had 3 holes left and I was like thinking about the holes in my head and I was like, I can par this one, I'll birdie the next one, and then I'll par the last hole and, Jesus take the wheel. So I did exactly that. I parred the par 3. I almost eagled the par 5 17. I missed my eagle putt. And then I made a phenomenal par on 18 and I walked off and I look at the scores and I'm like, oh my God, I'm in the lead. And I was the first group out. So there was all these women behind me, but I'm like, I'm in the lead. I'm the first one in. So there's a pretty good chance that I'm either going to be first or second. And then the scores kept coming in and everyone's below me. And then there was one girl out there and she was ahead of me. And I think she made a triple bogey on one of her closing holes and it dropped her down and I was the medalist. So I ended up qualifying with a 76, which isn't great, but it's not bad. And I actually got a medal, a USGA medal. It comes in like a little blue box and it's a medal with the red, white, and blue little thing that you wear around your neck, and got my invite to Pebble Beach. So I got to play with 132 of the top amateur golfers in the country. So it was just amazing. Like, I honestly just don't have words. Everyone's like, and you can look at the leaderboard and I'm like, I wasn't expecting to do anything fabulous out there. Like, yeah. I'm a 42-year-old. I think there was out of 132 players, I think there was only 20 girls that 112 girls were younger than me. So I was 20 of the oldest women out there. So, and I get on the range and the girl next to me,
stronger.
Yeah, I got a lot of experience. But like, there's a girl next to me, she's got a Stanford bag, I see an Oregon bag, a University of North Carolina, like all these like D1 colleges. These girls are 25 years old, like, just still playing a lot. Another girl had a TrackMan, which those are $20,000. It like analyzes your swing and stuff. And she had it on the range with her. And I'm like, where am I? Like, I didn't feel like I
don't even know what that is.
Yeah. So if anybody is listening and knows what a TrackMan, and they're super expensive.
Is it a club?
No, it's a machine that you set down on the range, and it like analyzes your swing. So like the impact of the club on the ball, and you can pull it up on your phone and it'll be like, oh, you hit this square or you hit this on the toe. Your swing speed is 130. Your ball launch is this. So you can literally like fix your swing right then and there.
You can do it live, like where you are.
Oh yeah. Like all the pros have them.
I see golf simulators, and I know that you can take this out on the course, on the track, as you call it. I love that you call it the track.
Yeah. So, well, it's called the TrackMan, and she had it. You can have it on the range. You can't bring it on the course with you. Okay. But there, there was just the field was just extremely talented. I played with two professionals. Like they went pro out of college, and they were on the tour below the LPGA. One girl was on the reality TV show, The Big Break. So it was just like I played 2 practice rounds with girls that were D1 college golfers and like beautiful swings. Like it was phenomenal to watch. Like and never mind the venue, Pebble Beach. Like it's the golf mecca of the world. Where is that? That is in Pebble Beach, California. So,
okay, but where in California's huge. It could be its own country. They might want to be their own country. Where in California?
So we flew into San Francisco, and it was about an hour and 50-minute drive south.
Okay.
So
that works in my head.
Yeah.
I know where that is now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I mean, you could have told me it was in Hawaii, like a beach in Hawaii. I would have known. I kept thinking Georgia, like you're in Georgia, and then you're in the group chat one night at like 10:30, and then I'm just all of a sudden like, wait, what are you doing up at 10:30? You're like, dude, it's 7:30 where I'm at, and I'm like, I thought you were in Georgia, which is Augusta, which
Right.
is. Augusta, I looked at that track before on Google Maps. It looks like everyone talks about how beautiful it is and you can't take a phone inside and everything. But to me, looking at the outside, it's all trash on the outside, like some garbage town. And that's just like Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I remember when I was there, beautiful speedway, right outside, trash.
Yeah.
Absolutely garbage. So
it's funny because I was like, I got to go to Augusta National this year. I went to the Masters. And I got to go to Pebble Beach. I was like, who would have thought? And I'm like, I got to go to those 2 places in the same year.
Now, one thing I want to know is, okay, this is kind of a big deal. Like you're in a special group. Usually when you get invited to an event like this, like they do some really nice things for you, whether you get to go to some really nice dinner with the other 120 girls who are golfing, or you just get some really amazing perks. What were some of the perks that you got along with golfing at Pebble Beach?
So the best thing, this golf course is on a road called 17 Mile Drive, and it's Pebble Beach, Spyglass, Monterey Peninsula, all these like Spanish Bay, amazing golf courses, and you have to pay every time to get in there. So I got a pass all week. That was great. The first night we got there, they had a cookout, open bar. Second night, like a Michelin star dinner, open bar. When you register, I got to pick out any pair of Maui gyms I wanted. And they came in this, I got the aviators, but they came in a case that had Monterey Peninsula and the USGA Women's Mid-Amateur logo on it. And you open it up, and the cloth to clean them with had the logo on it. And then I walked into another room, and I got this super nice jacket with the logo on it. All tournament, they had a room for players only, and they had those Normatec boots. They had it was like a whole rehab room. They had all this, like the foam rollers and everything. They had all the Celsius. I freaking grabbed like 20 Celsius, a whole fridge of it. They had candy, all food, everything was free. And I was in this, I had my own locker with my name on it, which I took the tag with me, but I had use of the locker room. They had a guy at a smoothie bar every morning. I'm like, oh, I'll have a banana, strawberry banana. Everything was free. And then on the golf course, they had coolers every 2 holes. Waters, they had Uncrustables. I was like, oh my God, I'm like loading them in my bag, taking them back to my Airbnb. It's like I'd never been out of my house before. But it was just unreal. Like everything, it was top notch. It is probably an event like that is my major. Like for me to make it, that's like me making it to Augusta National.
Yeah.
So
that's so
it was
cool.
Awesome.
How was your golf game?
I actually played decent. This golf course was so hard. It was just, but it's a USGA event, so they make it really hard. And I'm not used to playing courses like that. And the grass is different out there too. It's bent grass. It's not the grass we have here. So my short game struggled a little bit because I'm not used to chipping off of that stuff. And I did end up in literal beach sand. I have never played a golf ball out of the beach before. So that was something new.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta admit, I didn't really know like this was happening until it happened. But once we like kind of, I think Erika and Lindsay knew, but once I kind of came to terms or realized like what was going on and how big of a deal this was, I was like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited for the experience you had. That sounds so awesome.
I think the best thing was like I was able to represent New Hampshire. I think I was one of 7 girls in the field from New England. Mm-hmm. So the majority of the players are, in the, out west, down south. But every time you get on the
months a year in perfect weather, you're here, you just got, the summertime.
Right. And so every time when I teed off, they had an announcer on the tee and they were like, Tara Watt from Manchester, New Hampshire. Everyone's like, New Hampshire, where's that? I'm like, all the way up in the right, like near Canada. And they're like, oh.
Last golf question. We can talk more golf at the end, but there's just one I remember hearing because it's in the fall and another podcast I listened to. The guy loved to talk about golf. What is the latest in the year you'll golf, and like temperature wise, like what's your limit? Like, do you have a limit temperature, wind, sun, no sun? What's your, because you can't really golf in the winter.
So last year, or was it the year before? I think it was the year before, I played on New Year's Eve, but I needed a hammer to get my tee in the ground. There was no snow on the ground, but courses were open. So we were like, let's go play. But it was way too cold. Like I do have a temperature threshold, and it was too cold. Like I literally looked like the kid from A Christmas Story in the snowsuit out there because I was freezing. So, but I mean, I would love, at some point, I'm sure I'll relocate down south and I'll be playing year round.
Really? You're going to move away from
I'm going to be a snowbird.
Okay. Like southeast or, maybe another amazing golf area?
California? Well, I would love to go to the Carolinas, but after being out in Pebble Beach, I could see myself out there, but I don't know if my bank account will let me do that. It's so expensive out there.
Well, I'm sure you can make it happen once you make that podcast money that Erika keeps talking about, which I remind her all the time. Podcast money's not going to happen if you don't help make content. And she crushed it this weekend where I stayed away from the account for quite a bit. Like I didn't want to make things confusing. And so I was on my own Instagram and I woke up Saturday morning because all day Friday, she didn't post anything, but she took a lot of video and then just posted it late Friday night. I woke up Saturday morning and I just had this big smile when I'm watching like 13 story posts from Six Star Erika. And I was so excited. So it's Sunday night. It is 7:22. Well, that's my birthday. Right now, Sunday night, everyone is celebrating who just ran Chicago in Chicago. I think, no guest this week, we should just make some phone calls, talk to people who ran Chicago. What do you think? You want to do that?
I love that idea.
The best part is they don't know you're here, so they'll be super excited. So let's make our first call. It's not to Erika, by the way. Let's call. Let's see if I'm still blocked from Jess Lindemann. What do you think? Yes.
Hello?
What's up, Jess? How you doing?
Hey. I'm good. I'm so sore, but I'm alive.
You crushed it out there.
Oh, it was so hot. Towards the very end, or towards I'd say like the middle of the races when I kind of lost it. But it was still amazing out there. I loved it, even though I was in the pain cave.
Well, you ran like a 3:14 maybe, or I remember seeing that number was. Oh yeah, it was you. You ran a 3:14. That's fast. That's like that's like a BQ time plus a 11-minute buffer.
Yeah.
Unreal.
I was really pushing.
Yeah. How was Chicago? How was your whole weekend?
Oh, it was great. We got in, my friend Lizzie and I got in. We got in pretty late because our flight kept getting delayed, but we eventually made it. And then Saturday we just kind of explored like the southern part of Chicago. Like we're staying close to where Packet Pickup was. So we were just kind of walking around. We rode the train to get the feel of what we're going to be riding on race day. And but yeah, it's been an amazing weekend. Just to be here with like my 2 best friends.
It was a girls' trip, right?
Just a blessing. Yeah, it was a girls' trip. And I'm just so happy that I was able to like get to spend some time with them.
Tara, do you have a question for Jess?
Oh yeah, by the way, Jess, this is Tara Pterodactyl. I'm
now.
Filling in for Erika because she's out there with you.
Yeah, I know. I was so bummed I didn't get to like see her this weekend.
Yeah, I know it's probably just like such a jam-packed, you get in there and then you run the marathon and then you go home.
Yep,
So
exactly.
listen, I love your TikTok. I think you're awesome on TikTok and I love following you, and your last few videos of the taper cracked me up.
Oh, but it's so true. I definitely struggle with the taper because my body is just not used to like having that kind of rest. So I did struggle, but I was good. I didn't overrun, but I definitely ate way more carbs this time around than previous races. And I think that really helped me in the long run for this weekend. I think the only thing that I really struggled with was the weather. It was so hot. It was so hot, but I pushed through.
Well, Tara mentioned your TikTok. I don't do TikTok, but I saw on Instagram you had to post a reel right after the race. I was like, wow, you were on it. You obviously had that ready, and at some point after you crossed the finish line, you posted that reel. I was like, look at her go, content queen.
Oh, I think it's so much fun to create content. And honestly, I don't care if you like it or not. I enjoy making them. And, a lot of people do. Especially when I get my husband Aaron involved.
Yeah, it's the
I did
best.
one with him and I when I was like eating French fries. It was like an old Chris Farley, Adam Sandler, and David Spade skit or that they did in SNL when they were all eating fries. And I was like, Aaron, I really want to do this. I think I posted that to Instagram too. I was like, I really want to do this audio. Would you want to do it with me? He's like, absolutely.
That was hilarious.
So
That was
I'm
a good
so
one.
happy I have a husband who is supportive in all of my ridiculous content creation.
Nice. Love that you get that shout out during your girls' trip. He'll hear that and he'll be like, all right, cool. You can do it again.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, how was all the merch? How was the expo? Tara and I weren't there. We're envious. We were very jealous of all you. We were seeing everything on social media. How was that whole experience outside of the marathon?
It like where they had it at the I believe is the Marriott. I totally forgot what it was called. It is a huge, huge space. And I was overwhelmed just by walking in. There were so many people at the expo. And because we went on Saturday, all of the merch that was like our size was kind of gone. So it was kind of slim pickings. So
saved money.
I said, if we ever run, exactly. I said, if we ever run this again, we got to get here Thursday. Thursday is probably the best time to go to the expo because it's the first day and they have a lot more stuff. But I was able to find a hoodie that I liked. I do try to save a little bit of money because I'd rather go out and have experiences like, dinner with the girls. I'd rather get some drinks and then we got an Uber. But I was able to get a nice comfy sweatshirt.
Nice. Tara, you got anything else for Jess before we let her go?
No, Jess, I just you were on one of 16 people I think I was following on my tracker. And I just love how you are so open on social media and stuff. And it's like, I kind of feel like I'm there with you. So I loved following you and watching you crush your goals from the app. It was awesome. So kudos to you. And I can't wait to see what you get next.
Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in Boston in 2026.
Yeah,
Yes.
you will. And we're going to have a lot of fun. I hope Aaron comes too, but if it's a girls' weekend, that's fine.
He is.
Yeah.
No, he is.
Well, we're
making that a parents' weekend too.
Yes. Well, we're going to be more involved. I don't know to what capacity, but one day, Jess, we're going to have a booth at the expos of these world majors. So when you show up early, you come to the booth, you hang out, we can podcast from the booth. We'll have people on. It'll be super cool. Manifesting it, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Yes,
it's going to happen.
I can't wait to see you in Boston, if not sooner. If I'm ever in the Baltimore area, like for work, because sometimes people go that way. Sometimes you just have layover. I'll do like a 8-hour layover and join you for a run. You just got to run slow from me, okay? Because you're fast.
Oh, stop it. Yeah, we'll go on the trail right near my house. You're more than welcome to stay over. It'll be fun.
It will be a blast.
We'll just hang out. Just let me know ahead of time.
Amazing. Well, thank you for picking up the phone this time and not sending me straight to voicemail. This is super cool.
I know. I was like so prepared for your call. I'm like, all right, Eric's gonna call like around 6:30. So I'm not going to sleep just yet.
We'll go get some rest.
No, thank you guys for giving me a call.
Yeah, we're super pumped. Amazing job. Loved all the content you shared all weekend. And continue to crush it, Content Queen.
Yeah, great job.
Thank you so much, guys.
Awesome, Jess. Have a great one.
All right, you too. Love
Bye,
you guys.
Jess.
That was cool. I mean,
she sounded so tired.
I know, she really did. Let's try somebody else. Let's call you'll appreciate this one because of golf. And I love that he has a 603 number, even though he's lived in Pennsylvania for the last 20 years. Let's call Chad Zimmerman, aka the Clydesdale Runner. Listen, some of these people know I might be calling them. They're not like the only one expecting the call at the time was Jess.
Okay.
So let's call Chad. He could be like in the middle of dinner right now. He could be sleeping. He could be, doing whatever. Let's see if he picks up.
Yo,
what's up, Zimmerman?
Not much.
We are live on the podcast right now. It's dark here, and we're super envious and jealous of everyone who looked like they had an amazing weekend in Chicago. I don't even know if you finished. I'm really hoping you did. Fingers crossed. How'd Chicago go?
I finished. Beyond that, it was pretty much an epic flop, but I finished.
We just had somebody else on and they said it was hot. I wasn't, I'll be honest, I wasn't like super into paying attention. I was relying on the group chat, but it was hot apparently.
So the issue, I don't think the issue was the quote unquote heat. The issue that it was sunny with like zero cloud cover.
Okay.
And there are various stretches where like you can get into the shade. But then there are big, long stretches where there's not like tall buildings and you are just like exposed to the sun. And once you start running in that sun, it was just like brutal. And if there's no breeze and the sun's just beating down on you, it doesn't matter if it's like 55 or 65, like that sun just like baked.
Yeah, no, I know that feeling. Yeah. Especially.
Yeah. So that was the hardest thing about, especially because when we started, I was in the start of the third wave and we started at like 8:40 and it was like reasonable. It was like mid to high 50s, give or take, like not awful. And then if you look at the temperature chart, it just does like a real quick spike into the 60s real quickly.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know if you know this. Erika's not my co-host today. I have Pterodactyl with me. Who one day is going to do a golf showdown with you. But Tara, do you have anything for Chad?
Yeah. So, hey, Chad, you said that it was, I don't want to quote you, but you said it was a fail. You finished. So what was your goal?
Flop, I think he said a flop.
A flop. Okay.
Flop,
sorry.
yeah.
A flop.
Like,
so what was your goal?
I think it was, so my A goal, and based on my training, my fitness level, I thought I was in like 430 shape. Obviously, can't control whether or not it gets hot and things like that. And truth be told, I think it's tough, especially with a major, because I'm an early morning runner. Like I'm usually done with my long run before 8:30.
Yep.
And here I am like starting my race at 8:30, like when the sun's coming up and then starts baking in the afternoon. In hindsight, I probably should have maybe done a couple training runs where I started at 8:30. The only problem is like I trained through the summer, so it's kind of hard to justify going out in the heat of the summer and doing that. Yeah, it was between that and like I I don't want to call them stupid decisions. It was like poor planning. Like I got into the corral at like 7. I thought that I had heard that they had like porta potties like inside the corral, like lining inside the corral, but now they were all like outside. So like I went into the corral and then I started to be like, oh, maybe I should go to the bathroom again. But I didn't want to get out of the corral, then go wait in all the lines to use a porta potty. So I was like, oh, I'll be fine. Like I don't have to go. Of course, I then had to go on the
of course
on the course at mile 6, and so it was just like little things like it starts slow, which is kind of nice because like you can kind of like settle in, you settle into your pace and kind of like cruise for the first few miles because it's so congested. But as soon as I went to go like step on the gas and get up to my race pace, like I just felt like I had no gas. Yeah, it was just like a weird sensation. And then I threw the A goal out the window after the bathroom stop. I had to, I wore a long sleeve, like heat gear, like Adidas heat gear compression shirt. Cause I'm like, oh, this will keep my arms. I knew it was going to be sunny. Like, oh, it'll keep my arms like protected from the sun and it'll help like wick away like sweat and salt and stuff. But all it did was just like smother my arms. So like no heat was escaping my body. So I felt like I was overheating by like halfway point. I literally ran into a med tent and I said, you got to cut me. And the doctor's like, what? And I'm like, I need you to cut my sleeves off. He's like, oh, okay. I don't think you got my boxing reference, but yeah. So I just went in and I'm like, so now my once long sleeve compression shirt is now sleeveless. I just had him like, I'm like, cut it right at the shoulders. And I felt better at that point. But at that point I was in like an energy deficit because I had been overheating for so long. I was like, I can't catch up. So it was poor execution on my part.
Well, let's talk about some exciting things then. The race you said was a flop, but you finished. Congratulations on finishing another world major. We're super pumped and proud of you. But you had an amazing weekend. You got to meet Meb. You met Des and Kara Gosher. I think you even have exciting plans tomorrow, but tell us about the weekend, the expo, the podcast you went to, all that stuff.
Yeah, it was actually, so the charity I was running for, Still I Run, the charity block, the room block that they had gotten for us was at the Hyatt Regency McCormick Place, which was actually attached to the convention center where the expo was. So that was super convenient for doing the expo. I did that right when I got in I flew in early on Thursday, and that's when the expo opened. So I got an early check-in in my hotel, checked in, went to the expo right at 11. Just figured I would bang that out and get that taken care of right away. And yeah, like I had tickets to the Des and Kara Nobody Asked Us podcast, which was on Friday night, which was a lot of fun. I mean, it's a running podcast I listen to, so seeing a live version was cool.
They do a good show. They really do.
And I was there with a PodFam member, Hillary, who also had a fantastic performance today.
Yes.
Hopefully you'll call her too, and she can make up for.
I'll try an Instagram call. I need. Oh, you know what? I got her number somewhere. We'll try to call her.
Yeah. She had a fantastic day, and she's probably like still on cloud 9. So I'll let her tell you all about it. But so I did the Des and Kara show. I did on Saturday. I went to the Laura Green game show, kind of comedy game show. It was cool. I got to meet Laura, and actually Allie Feller was there too. So I got to meet Allie for the first time after
the queen.
Yeah, after
podcast queen.
Yeah, I've been chatting with her over the last few years. She and I have chatted quite a bit on Instagram.
Not a big deal.
New Hampshire connection, and then I finally got to meet her in person, which was nice. Same thing with Laura, her being from Boston and everything. So yeah, I mean, as of right now, it's just kind of like I felt like I had the right balance of like doing things to experience a weekend while not like overdoing it. Yeah, I met I met Meb at a New Balance shakeout run. That was Friday morning, and I was there early enough, so I got a copy of his book, which he then signed, which was nice.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And then I went to the Believe in the Run shakeout Saturday morning, which was bonkers. There was at least 2,000 people there. It was insane how many people showed up to that event.
I gotta try to get them on it because I want to hear their story about how they grew, because I saw that and I was just like, they're massive. I mean, I've read their stats and I've read everything, but they were big before they even started a podcast like Believe in the Run. I would love one day I got to talk to Thomas and get his story, because I know he had a real job when he was building Believe in the Run. And then he eventually was able to do it. Yeah, it was a side gig. And now look at him. Yeah. Look at the whole thing. Yeah. It's something to be super proud of.
It was insane, the size of that, because obviously this is my first time being at an event with them, like a major marathon with them, and I've been to like local stuff in Baltimore, which obviously they get good attendance because that's where they're headquartered, but this is my first time like traveling to an event where they are, and it was just like so shocking to see it in person. But yeah, I mean, overall, like I can't regret anything because it was a real fun weekend. I'm glad I came out. I got to spend some time with a friend of mine from law school, lives in Wisconsin. He came down and was like support squad. So
amazing.
Yeah, I mean, overall it was a great weekend. Obviously the race didn't go as I would have hoped, but I mean, the thing the analogy is basically like I felt like I had a perfect training block, like nailed all my runs, everything felt great, but it's literally like the NFL playoffs. Like you literally get one day, and if that day doesn't go as planned, then like, oh, you could go undefeated in the regular season, but you are out.
So true.
I mean, it happens.
It's like the people that train for the Olympics. They train for 4 years and they get one shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean, that's exactly what it is. And then, yeah. So, I mean, I can't begrudge the fact. And like I said, I can Monday morning quarterback it and look back and look at the mistakes that I made. And like the long sleeve thing, like the worst thing is I had two shirts picked out like that I was going to wear like under my charity singlet. And I was like, last second, I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't go with the long sleeves. It is going to be a little warm. I'm like, no, but this shirt is designed to be worn like when it's warm. Like that's its purpose. And I want to keep my arms like from getting sunburned, because I hate the feeling of having sunscreen on and then getting sweaty and having like the sunscreen feeling on your arms. So I made an executive decision, and right or wrong, it didn't go as planned. And yeah.
Well, it's about the entire weekend experience, I think, man. Like,
yeah,
it's a world major.
Absolutely.
That's what we asked Jess. Like, okay, cool. The race was great, but how was the rest? Tara, we just talked about before we made phone calls, got to golf at Pebble Beach. And I asked her about not just how was your golf game, but the entire experience. Like, what did they do? How'd they treat you? What were some of those cool perks? And you took in all the events and the festivities. You saw the Des and Kara show. You got to see Meb. You have a fun date tomorrow with a kick-ass rock star of a person, and you're going to watch the Bruins game, which, by the way, as of right now, Sunday night, we're undefeated, one of only 4 teams in the league.
Correct.
3-0. Let's go Bruins, baby.
Yeah. Well, and I'll tell you what, it's it's because it's Columbus Day. It's a 1:00 Eastern start, so 12:00 here.
Oh, that's nice.
Hopefully now, luckily for me, there's a sports bar about 2 blocks from my hotel. My hope is obviously that we'll be able to get in there and get them to turn it on.
Well, we just beat Chicago.
I figure
it's
a
Monday.
Monday.
Like us.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing: when I was so excited to be able to watch the game on Thursday night when I got in, but of course, like you're at a hotel, and I think it ended up being on NHL Network, so I couldn't watch it on my tablet, even with like ESPN Plus, and they don't have NHL Network on the basic cable in the hotel. So I missed that game. I had to watch the updates on my phone. But
well, hey man, You had a great weekend. I love that you took the whole thing in. Thanks for taking the phone call. And listen, what's next? You should come to Boston and be part of Boston Weeks. And if you're not running, just hang out at our 19.2 cheer section.
Yeah, I might. So what I might try and angle my way into like doing a travel event with Believe in the Run where I don't run, and just kind of, because the one thing that was, my wife was asking me before I came whether or not whether I thought people would like recognize me with my Believe in the Run role. I'm like, yeah, probably not. Like, I'll probably get like when I'm at the Believe in the Run event, like I might have a couple people who like, obviously they follow. If they follow Believe in the Run, they probably know who I am. But literally Thursday, when I got in, I was taking a bus uptown to like a pop-up, and this guy came up to me like on a random Chicago bus like 4 hours after I got there and recognized me. And so, yeah, I may try and parlay like some of that success into getting to go to more things at some point.
Do it, dude. Come to Boston
and not run.
Be awesome. Let us know when you're back in your home state. I love that you still got the 603 phone number. I didn't give the rest of the numbers out to everyone listening.
That's all right. Yeah.
I love it.
No. I'll have the 603 phone number till they pry it out of my dead cold hands.
Yes, that's amazing, because you've been away for like 20 years. So, hey, when you're in town, let us know, and we'll do the golf showdown between you and Tara. It will be a lot of fun to see, and we'll get some content.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, next for me running wise, I'll probably take a break from the 26.2. I'm gonna kind of pivot focus to some other fitness related stuff, and then I am thinking possibly about trying to uncork a fast half next fall. And I was looking at the Rock Fest, which is in Hampton Beach.
Yeah.
In October. Apparently like over 13 miles, there's like 44 feet of elevation gain. So,
you should come Memorial Day weekend and do the Boston Run to Remember. And it's just a cool race. 10,000 people running in Boston. It's a half marathon, Tara, or it's a 10-miler?
Half marathon.
Half marathon. Boston, and it's a big event. Like, there's an expo, and I'm gonna mention this now. It's not official, but it's officially, unofficial, whatever. We're going to be podcasting live from the expo and maybe even the race day. I want to run in the race though. So you should come to that.
Yeah.
You should come to that.
All right. Well, yeah, no, I'll have to evaluate my parenting calendar for the upcoming year. But yeah, we'll see about that.
Well, bring them all up here. Keep, send them with the grandparents type of thing.
No, Memorial Day weekend. That's not a bad idea. We do have some people that we owe a visit to who live in Massachusetts.
Yes,
so.
Amazing. Well, hey,
so,
great.
Yeah, maybe that would make sense.
Well, hey, great job, man. Proud of you. You finished, and you had an amazing weekend. Have fun tomorrow watching the Bruins.
Yeah, go Bees.
We'll do. We'll add some content to the page.
I love it. She's been kicking ass.
I'll tell you what. Hey, I will say she has been a content queen this weekend. Yes. She deserves.
She's earning that crown,
for that.
And she's gonna get it. However, she can never say it's too hard now because she's figured it out.
I know. See, that's the problem is she's now lost her excuse of it being too hard because she knows she can do it.
She did it at a world major.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, amazing, dude. Hey, thanks for all your support. Thanks for being a huge fan of this passion project of ours. And, you're an OG. And I appreciate all you've done to help us and coming on and recording multiple times because you remember the first one didn't work out.
Oh, yeah. No, I tell that story when I talk about it. I'm like, man, well, and I will say it was actually sort of nice because I got to think back through the whole interview in my head and say, how can I cut this 2-hour interview into an hour and a half interview?
Well, this one's going to be up there too. So I got to let you go because I want to make a few more phone calls, but congratulations on a great weekend.
Yeah. Congrats.
Yeah, if you can get Hillary, you should get Hillary.
I sent her a DM. I sent her a DM. I'll see if I get her back in time. If I don't, I hope it's because she's celebrating hard right now.
I was going to say those champagne bottles are probably popping all over the place.
Yes. All right. Hey, man, have a great rest of your trip, dude.
All right. Sounds good.
Later, Chad.
Bye, Chad.
See ya.
That was cool. That was cool. All right, let's try some other people. I'm making an executive decision right now. Erika knows we're recording. If she chooses to call in, she can just call. She would actually call in by Riverside. But if we're not going to try to call her because these are running late, if she calls in, she does. Or maybe Thursday or Friday, she'll do a special recap episode. Let's call somebody else. Let's make a phone call here. Here, let me go on my phone keypad. Let's try the Vernons.
I think they both had PRs, didn't they?
They both had what?
PRs.
Ooh, I know. Josh, I know, had a great day. Yeah. Yo, dude, what's up?
Yo, what up, motherfucker?
What's going on? You are right away. We are live on the podcast, but you can say that stuff on this pod. Dude, what was it, like a 304? Or oh my God, you crushed it today. You had a huge day.
Yeah, 304.07 with a goal of 3 flat, 259.59, nice. But yeah, it was a painful day. That was also one of the greatest days. So yeah, win.
Man, I got an amazing co-host today. It's not Six Star Erika, but I have Tara Pterodactyl. Tara, you know Tara well because we all did the Peloton ride. Tara, you got any questions for Josh?
Josh, first of all, congrats. Hi. I know that you said that the goal was 3, but your 304 was still a PR, right?
Yeah, 304 was just about a 9-minute PR or just under that. And
that's huge.
Now almost 11-minute BQ. So that was like the B goal was to secure Boston for sure. No worries going into next September. That number's not getting touched.
Is this your first official BQ time?
It will be the first time that I apply and it gets accepted. Yes.
Because it's a huge buffer. You got a lot of buffer time here.
Yeah, 10:53, I think, officially.
Unreal.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I do want to know, did you have anybody out there as spectacular as you did at the Boston Marathon course handing you fuel?
Ooh, so today was epic. I mean, my fuelers literally might go down in marathon history. Like, these pros have to grab it off the table. Like, you guys make my day. And today I had 2 more. And it was epic at mile 9 and then my charity at mile 17. And she hopped on the course and ran with me. And she's like, this is what it's like to run this speed. And it just kept me going, man. It's a huge difference. It makes everything when you drink all of your carbs and salt out of a bottle on the way. And you guys made it possible. So it wasn't as epic as mile 19.2 in Boston, but it was pretty close.
Good
Mile
answer. Good
19.2
answer.
is something else because you got it, and then you did like a jump in the air with the fist bump.
It was
at
epic.
the same time, and not only that, we captured it on video, so it's just so good.
Yeah,
So
not recommended to hop up Heartbreak Hill, but yeah.
Yeah.
You were flying. You've had such a great when we first had you on forever ago, you built this amazing Wicked Smart Zone page. And you were episode 12 for us, right? 12 and then maybe 20 again. And you were just getting into the triathlon game and you were just kind of really finding your groove here with running and everything. And you've taken it to another level. And you're just crushing life and running right now.
Well, running and triathlon have become triathlon's become my full-time job too. So it makes it easier that I did put a lot of investment into it and my wife trusted me to make it all work. And thankfully she's along for the journey and the running piece of it all and enjoys the triathlon piece. And yeah, it's I'm all in and I've got an amazing coach that makes it all work and I'm still trajecting up. So might as well keep chasing it.
Well, if you're all in, I mean, that means you have to do a full Ironman.
2027.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to hold you to that.
Manifesting.
Yeah. Next year's all about chasing Jenene 6 stars around Europe and Asia and then finishing in New York. And then I'll be stopping in Nice along the way to do 70.3 Worlds, but 2027 will be the target for the fall.
Awesome. All right. We're going to do a whole series on that then or something. We'll have to do something epic. So Jenene ran too, right?
She did.
How was her day? Is she there?
She pulled in to a 13-minute PR, and she's going to wake up and chat live on the pod.
Oh, you're going to wake her up?
Hey.
Oh, my God.
Yay!
Jenene! Wakey,
What's
wakey.
up, guys?
13-minute
How
PR?
are you?
That's
I'm
amazing.
good.
That's like 13-minute PR. What's that,
I'm
like
very, very good. It was a great day
30
here.
second per mile better? That's amazing.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic. Absolutely. It was like so third marathon, second fastest, ton learned over the last year. So it was a really good day.
Oh, how was the whole
So many
weekend?
great people. It's been fantastic. That's the thing about the marathon is it's yes, the marathon itself is so wonderful, but the whole weekend is just so nice. Seeing everyone and just kind of accomplishing this goal together and everything that's led to this point. So it's been great just seeing people at the expo and out and about and then for drinks with Erika, exactly. Yeah, we went and met Erika and we had just a little post-run celebration. It was nice.
That Peloton run you guys went on looked huge.
That was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
That was awesome. I mean,
yeah, it went by in 2.5 seconds. What was Cafe Oliva and Oak Street Beach.
Oh,
it was
cool.
an area on the lakefront I had never really been on before. So it was a different section, but we had a really nice time. There were a ton of people who showed up, and it was really just running with a giant Peloton family,
Better than that cheer station.
Was there a big Peloton cheer station? Is that what he said in the background?
There was a Peloton cheer station.
Oh, that's cool. So Peloton,
Yeah.
you had Matt, you had, I think,
Mhm.
oh God, she's from London. I can't think of her name right now. I know who she is.
You do.
Yeah, but oh my God.
Jocelyn Thompson Rule.
Rule. Her last name's Rule. Yes.
Yeah. It was one of the most smiley, wonderful, positive energy people. So it was really nice to have her presence at the shakeout round, which was really nice, and just to know, that these guys were on the course with you, right?
Yeah.
And then Marcel Dinkins.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Tara, do you have any cool questions? By the way, I don't know if you noticed, that was Tara talking to you, not Erika.
I heard Josh talking.
So I guess
sleeping.
with you guys both experiencing Boston and Chicago, which one would you say is better?
So it's really interesting. So going back to when I first did Chicago, right? When I got into the charity for Boston, I think I actually said it to Josh. I'm a little nervous because Chicago was such an amazing experience. I don't think Boston's going to be able to keep up with it, right? Now Boston is what Boston is for a million different reasons, including the fact that we have so many friends and family here and whatnot. But Chicago's pretty unbelievable too. It was even more so this year than last year, and I don't know if it was because there was more runners or more spectators. But to me, they're pretty neck and neck for very different reasons, right? Boston, again, home, and this one is just, kind of fun the whole time, So they're both pretty epic for kind of different reasons.
Awesome. Well,
Josh just said he has a Code Brown story.
of this race?
Of this race?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, today apparently.
Almost.
Oh, almost.
Yeah,
Code
let me
Brown.
okay, so I don't, so I'm not, I can't,
Well,
I've been really lucky with all of my Code Browns that happen right before the race. I'm really lucky.
Well, we're proud of you.
Every marathon.
Well, we're proud of you. You're crushing it. You're doing so good.
Yeah, great
Thanks,
job.
It's amazing.
guys,
I wish I got to see you guys more because we're not too far away. But
I know.
it's not your fault. It's mine. I have kids.
We're going to see you in 3 weeks. I'm going to be at mile 22 cheering everyone on for New York. He's going to be on the course. We're going to see each other.
All right. Let's meet up early. I will be there Friday morning. I'm driving up late Thursday night.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to pass it along for the Code Brown for you.
All right. Let's hear it.
All right, bye, guys.
Love you, Jenene.
I'll make it quick because I don't want to interrupt any other guests that you might have coming on. But it's not epic, but it was there, and I know we talk about it, and I pushed the limits today. I went triathlon mode. And with the bottles, I think I was talking to Eric about it, I had 350 grams of carbs in 3 hours. So I had a ton.
Yeah.
I had 3 bottles, and then I had 3 more Morton gels and a banana. And I think it was around mile 20 after one of those calf gels where I was like, oh, I might actually have to make my first porta potty stop ever in a race. And I tested the limits with a fart.
Trusted a fart.
Never.
And it came through. The fart did its job. And we stayed on the course.
I was about to ask a question, but I think you answered it. I was going to go, would you take that chance knowing like not only are you crushing a BQ, but you're building on that buffer? And would you take the chance to be the guy who crushed the finish line with crap all the way down their leg, like Addy Zerenner? Or
I mean, he went viral in Boston, didn't he?
Well, that was I forget who that was, but
Davis Clark.
Yeah. But yeah, would you do it knowing what's on the line?
I mean, there was no stopping. It was just a matter of how much I was slowing down and a lot of math in my head. And when I knew I could hold my pace at what I ran Boston at, minus the 15, 16 miles I kept at 3 hour pace, I knew I was close to 304.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get like just under 304, but the hill, I didn't run up the hill as fast as I wanted to. The only hill on the damn course. But I had a great finish.
Hey, any other cool things happen? Did you meet anyone? We were just talking to Chad where he met Meb and Kara and Dez. Did you get to meet anyone cool while you were in Chicago?
Yeah, so I met
outside of Peloton. We know you know all the Peloton people.
So Dez was we got to go to a friend of mine in Chicago, got us on the list for the Brooks party Friday night, and Dez and Kara Goucher were there. CJ Alverson was there, so that was really cool. And then got to talk to Rob Dalto at the Peloton run.
That sounded cool. I saw him in a lot of photos. In fact, Erica's in his photos.
Yeah. I mean, Rob knows everyone at this point. And then when we were at the Bean on the way back from the race this evening, I saw Raymond Braun, who's the kid that did the 7 triathlons in 7 days in 7 continents.
Crazy.
And now is like similar to Rob Dalto, works for the Westin and does all of that 1% better stuff with Chris Nikic and is a guide and all that stuff. So huge ambassador for the WM majors. So yeah, chatted with him for a bit. He's a big triathlete, marathon runner. So I thought that'd be a cool conversation. And yeah, I mean, everyone's here and it was so cool to finish. And one of the first things I heard was somebody talking about Connor's 204 and American record. So really awesome. And then just you finish, man, and strangers are coming up to you like, congrats, how was your race? And like we're all finishing around the same time, so everyone knows you did well, but you could have bunked, you don't know. And this year I stuck in the finish chute. Last year I snuck out because of where we have access to our charity place. This year I stayed in the finish chute and went all the way down, and it worked out because the PR sign was down there and Jenene didn't get to see it. So a lot of people missed the PR sign apparently, and they took the photo with your phone. Typically they take it and you have to buy it, but they used my phone for it, which was cool.
There you go, buddy. Well, hey, great job. I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yes, definitely. We will see you in the Big Apple.
All right. Awesome, man. Hey, great job. Tell Jenene the same thing and go get some rest. Enjoy the rest of your trip.
Yeah, good job, guys.
And a big burger.
All right.
All right. See you guys.
Later,
Thanks.
dudes. This is so cool. I love doing this. What a cool way to recap. A little different. Let's try another one here. Haven't talked to this guy in a while, but I know he had a great day. Let's call Ron Kuszmar. Let's see if he picks up. He might be at dinner.
You know, I really thought about declining this just because you wanted me to.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
What's up, man? I'm good. How are you?
I have Tara Pterodactyl with me. Erika is obviously celebrating somewhere too. But Tara, for context, I said it would be fun if he declined the phone call, on like one ring straight to voicemail. But dude, you had an amazing day. Like,
no, I did not. Nope, not at all.
I thought you had like a 3:14.
No, God, no. I had like a 3:51 or 3:52. It was horrible.
That's amazing.
Sub 4 still.
Let's break it down. Where'd it go wrong?
It went wrong after the half. I got through. I was flying. I was on track for 3:30 at the half. I was flying. Everything felt great. And then all of a sudden around mile 14, I felt my legs start to go. And then mile 16, that was the end of it. I cramped city, and it was a battle to the end, an absolute battle. I had to stop at every aid station. Every time they had biofreeze, they were spraying me, rubbing me down. It was, you name it, I was getting it done just to try and fight through those last 10 miles.
Oh man, we heard of some people say, like, even though it was in the 60s, it was hot.
It was hot in the sun because it was full sun, no clouds. Even though it said it was 65, it felt like it was probably 80 degrees. It was brutal.
I think you had a great weekend, though, overall. The entire weekend was a blast from what I saw. You were at that Peloton run. You got to see some cool people.
Yeah. It was an absolute blast of a weekend. We had a great time. Jen was with me, which was phenomenal because, you know, a lot of times I end up traveling by myself. So she was down here with me, too. So we had a ton of fun. And the Peloton run was great. Got to hang out. I got to run I ran that entire thing with Erika, which was amazing because normally I see her for about 5 minutes before a race, 5 minutes after a race, and we part ways, and that's that. We got to hang out for the entire run and just, like, you know, shoot the breeze and hang out and have fun, and it was great. It was phenomenal.
We were watching all over social media, and Tara and I talked about around the Boston Marathon, like, flying down just for a day, because there's like a 6 a.m. flight and then like a 10 p.m. flight back. And I wish we did now, because it just looked like you guys, it just looked so much fun. You're there. It's the whole weekend experience. I know, okay, your race didn't go so well. 350 something is still a pretty freaking awesome time, but the whole weekend is a vibe.
Yeah, no, it was. The whole weekend was absolutely awesome. And we had a great time, and, you know, just getting to, like, do that stuff. And like, I met Josh for the first time in person, right? Like, we've talked 1,000 times on social media and everything else, but
Vernon.
getting to actually meet him, getting to meet him in person for the first time, his wife, hang out with Erika, meet her boyfriend, and, like, then, you know, meeting Rob, you know, Pursuit of Performance, like, just all the people that we got to hang out with, and Matt Wilpers, and it was unreal. It was a phenomenal weekend, and those are the things you just can't, I don't know, you don't normally get to experience all in a period of 24 hours.
Yeah.
So, Ron, was this your first major?
Yes, this was my first major.
All right. Do we have plans on doing 5 or maybe 9 more, however many they come up with?
However many it turns into at this point. So it's definitely, I want to. I think, I don't know, I feel like I need to take a little bit of a break for a minute after this, but I want to do the original 6. I want to do that, like, and then whatever it turns into from there. But it's something I do want to do. It's been something I've been telling Nicole since day one. Like, I want to do all the majors, and so I'd love to do Boston. I don't want to fundraise it, so I got to try and figure out. Yeah, I got to figure that out.
Yeah, fundraising is just, it's not for me, man. It's not for everybody. You can, you know, you just, I don't know. We that's a conversation for another time, but no, get that BQ. Go get it.
Right?
Yeah, Nicole will get you there.
Yep. You just got to keep working.
Yeah. Yep. And if you need, like, some time off work at the Bruins games doing lighting, like, I'll sub in and do some lighting for you at Bruins games.
Oh my God.
I believe you.
I'd love to watch that.
Yeah, if you ever need somebody, man.
I'd be like, are we at a rave?
We're undefeated. It's amazing right now. I mean,
I know.
Hopefully we win yesterday, because this comes out Tuesday, and then we're 4-0, but we'll see. How are you celebrating? Because even though you had the 350 something, which is better than me, dude.
A sub 4 is phenomenal.
Yeah. What are you doing right now?
We went to Smith & Walensky's. We literally just walked out of the restaurant just now. I started this call in the restaurant. We just walked out.
I love it.
There's nothing like going to dinner and spending a couple $100 and just celebrating the fact that you did something stupid hard, regardless of the time. It's still not easy. It doesn't get easier. It's extremely difficult. So why not still celebrate the victory?
Yes.
That's a great perspective. I love that so much.
That deserves one of these. Well, hey, man, I'm pumped that we got to chat here, because it's been a while since we've had you on the pod. So this is
for sure.
Yeah, this was awesome. go enjoy the rest of your weekend. I don't know what your plans are, but I hope you take some time to enjoy the rest of Chicago. Then get back to work and call me when you need some help at a Bruins game.
Sounds good.
Awesome, dude. Great
All
job.
right.
Yeah,
Later,
awesome
buddy.
job, Ron.
Later, Tara.
Bye.
This is so cool. It's 8:19, and I know it's late for Tara Pterodactyl, but you know what? It's not every episode we have her on the podcast. Let's try some other people here. I hope that's okay with you, Tara, because I'm going to call somebody that I think will be really happy about when I call him. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's see if the Panda picks up the phone.
Yes.
Come on, Mo. By the way, Mo has a cool event coming at Marathon Sports October 19th in Providence.
Next weekend.
That is next weekend.
What's up, bro?
What's up, buddy?
How's it going?
Good. We're live on the pod. We're calling people who we know ran Chicago, and we want to check in and see how it went. I have, by the way, my co-host today is not the usual Six Star Erika. It's Tara Pterodactyl.
Hey,
Maurice,
Mo.
what's up, buddy?
Hi, Tara. Hi, Eric. Happy Sunday, live podcast fam. Thank you so much for checking in with me. Six Star Erika is an absolute champion. Congrats to her on her 100 miles and a Chicago Marathon finish.
Let's not get into your race yet. And this is a quick call, but I want to hear about your weekend. You had a cool weekend. I saw a lot of photos, a lot of social media content. You went with some friends. Was that your son with you too?
Both of my sons. So my son, I have two boys, 28 and 27. Levi from Rhode Island flew out to Chicago with me. My son Malik from Jacksonville, him and his wife flew out to Chicago for her first marathon. Her parents are here. So everybody's together. It's a real special weekend.
Wow, that's so awesome. So when did you get in? Thursday, Friday?
Got in Friday with the family. I'm with another special friend, Anna. It's been like a really, really cool weekend. I'm focusing on all of the positives. I know that you probably saw what happened today at my race, and we can talk about it in a second. So I'm focusing on all of the positives. The social post even said, it was a big risk to go out there, but there were a lot more rewards, even though one of the rewards was not a marathon finish.
Right, absolutely. And everybody that knows you knows that you're always positive. So I think that's a good outlook considering. Did you partake in any of the shakeout runs, or did you get to go to any meetups and stuff before the race?
So I didn't get to do any of the shakeouts, but we did the traditional, we went out for deep dish. We went out for Japanese first, then deep dish pizza, went to the expo, met some really cool people, did all the expo swag stuff, experienced the train, the bus, all the cool stuff. Chicago's I've been blown away by the city and how awesome it is.
It looks so fun. I need to be there next time, even if I'm not racing. I gotta be there. It looked awesome.
You got to come next year. I'm coming back for Redemption. And shout out to my charity organization for autism research. They hosted an amazing, generous dinner at the steakhouse downtown. And then they hosted us at the Blackstone. It was a pretty swanky hotel, and we were in the Crystal Ballroom, VIP. So it was a really cool experience. And I'm able to, raise money for a great organization while doing something that I love.
That's awesome. All right. Well, let's talk about it, because you've been nursing an injury. I even think you've been gone. You've done, you were 7,000 or 10,000 days of a running streak, and now you're around 30 days not running at all. Did you go into this without running in 30 plus days, or did you do anything during the weekend to get ready for it?
I appreciate the question. So the the big picture, the 10 feet overview, if you will, I sprained my ankle in July, had to end the 9.5-year run streak, recovered remarkably, was cleared to run, was running pain-free, completed the Anchor Down 24-hour ultra marathon with 83 miles, recovered, 5+ days, went back to pain-free running, was banging out, 10 miles before work, no streaking involved, but just consistent running with, yoga, strength training, all that good stuff implemented. And then one morning woke up to do a track workout and was in, pretty noticeable pain. It wasn't discomfort, it was definitely pain. Tried to do a mile and decided to cut the workout short. Went to a PT, my PT Alex, went to him. He said, sorry, buddy, it's not muscle, it's definitely bone. Go to a foot doctor. Went to a foot doctor, had an x-ray and was diagnosed with a stress fracture. Was advised to stop all running and biking activity for 4 to 6 weeks. So I did. I shut everything down, was in a boot, no outdoor biking, no outdoor running. Slowly made my way back into indoor biking, was cleared to outdoor bike, did a big bike ride. I did do a trial 2-mile run about 10 days ago, and it did not go well. So I rested up until the Chicago Marathon, figuring let's see what happens, and took the risk, and the reward was not a finish.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But thanks for listening, and thanks for having me and letting me share the story. I mean, I always appreciate, one of the silver linings is the positive feedback from the community. You know me, I'm hashtag good, bad, and ugly. Like, I'm not just going to post the highlights. I post even when it's not pretty. So people really appreciate that. And I get a lot of positive feedback from my community online, even Facebook included, with people saying, you're still inspiring us and way to listen to your body and stuff. It just stings. I mean, 19 isn't 26.2.
Yeah. I hear you there. Well, we could talk about something positive,
Go ahead.
Next week is the Panda Posse 5K, the 19th of October in the morning at Marathon Sports in Providence. I'm doing a terrible ad read because it's not an ad read. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Let's talk about that. The 19th, you got your 5K, the second annual Panda Posse 5K, right?
Second annual Panda Posse 5K, hosted by myself, Marathon Panda, as well as Marathon Sports Providence.
And a girl who has like a coffee company or something.
Fundati Run Club / coffee company will be the on-site fuel sponsor and collaborator. Also, my team from Lululemon will be there, and also OnCloud will be there with sneaker demos and promoting their Waterfire fashion show, which the Marathon Panda is also a part of. Yes. So really exciting stuff. I may be grabbing a wheelchair from Amazon between now and then, so if you see me. But no, all jokes aside, I won't be able to run with everybody, but I will be the official race announcer, and I'll be happy to have everybody back for the second year. We had over 100 live people last year.
Oh, amazing.
So I'm really hoping to smash that number out the park this year.
Amazing. So cool. Well, hey, if I can somehow make it, I'm going to try to make it. It is states for cheer. And I also got to run a long run, not a long run, but like a half marathon run. So
congrats on your 20-mile training run.
Dude, where'd that come from, by the way?
Operation Zero Excuses.
Yeah, that was awesome. With the code Brown. Well, that was pretty epic. We haven't talked about it yet, but yeah. Dude, it was a great run, and I'm pretty pumped in 3 weeks for New York. You won't be in New York City, I don't think, right?
I don't think so, but I'll be cheering you on virtually.
Yes, I love it. I love you, buddy. Well, hey, sorry
I love you too. Thanks for thinking of me for the live call.
Yeah.
And thank you, On the Runs podcast fam. I met somebody at the train station going to our Airbnb when we first arrived in Chicago. She saw the On the Runs sticker on the suitcase, and she was like, oh my gosh, I love them. I'm friends with the Bearded Runner. I was like a super cameo guest appearance on one of the episodes. So you guys are well known everywhere. So thanks for always keeping me in mind.
This is cool. We got a ways to go next year. I set a big goal in the last pod for those who haven't heard it yet, but I want to jump to 10,000 followers, which is a big jump. We only got 2,100, but like we're going to do some fun things.
It's a big jump. I'm going to help you do it.
We're going to do some fun things, big things to help that number grow and make them real followers. So this thing is happening. And we were talking to Chad earlier about Believe in the Run, and I can't wait to hear their story about how they grew that because it's massive. And manifest. We're going to manifest it. It's going to happen. So you're the man.
Speak it into existence.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Tara.
Yeah, get some rest.
Enjoy the rest of your time and get some rest.
Heal up. And
I will. And thank you on the Runs podcast, fam. High fives, positive vibes, and much love always.
Always. Great job.
Always. Positivity always.
Love, peace, and hair grease, guys.
Talk to you later, Mo. Have a good one.
All right. Thanks.
All right. This is cool.
You know what? It makes me so sad that he wasn't like negative at all, but you could just hear it in his voice.
Yeah, you could tell right away when we picked up. Like
he was so bummed.
And the only fault I have right now is calling these people. I actually don't know how their day went unless I randomly saw it right before we recorded. I jumped on Instagram.
Yeah. Well, I was following
the On the Runs page because I'm letting Erika run it. So like I knew somebody had a 3:14. I got lucky.
It was not wrong.
That one. But you know who else had a 3:14? We're going to make one more phone call, okay? We're going to do one more.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't heard back from Hillary, so I'm going to try. Erika might be calling in, but I'm going to try to get Erika to record later this week and hear how her weekend went, and maybe we can have one or two more calls. Maybe one of those could be Hillary. But I think you will like this one.
Okay.
So let's see.
You going to give me a name or?
Jared Ewing.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Jared. Because he had a 3:14 too, I think.
Jared had a 3:13.
Oh, see, I'm within a minute. Josh Vernon, I was within 7 seconds. He might not.
Hello.
Oh, we got him.
There he is.
Unbelievable. Jared Ewing. Welcome to the On the Runs podcast.
Thanks.
Hey, we're doing some live phone calls real quick. We're checking in with friends of ours in Chicago. How are you doing, man?
Dude, I'm doing good, man. I'm just hanging out with some friends, man. Just celebrating the day.
Awesome. How are you celebrating? Because I know you had a killer day, 3:13 and change.
Yeah, so we found a bar called City Nicky's. We found this bar yesterday because we watched the Buckeyes game here. It's a Buckeyes bar. So we decided to come back. We had such a good day yesterday. We came back here, and now we're playing pool, and we're, having drinks and just celebrating the day.
I have a co-host with me. It's not Six Star, but it's Pterodactyl.
No.
Pterodactyl, you got anything for?
Yeah, Jared, I know this is like your 900th marathon. You're a veteran. How many Chicagos is this for you?
This is my third Chicago.
And was it your best one?
No, yeah, last year was my best one. So this year, I took it as like a training day, yeah, because I'm shooting for that sub-3 in December.
Oh.
And so I'm working with a coach, and today was a training day. So, but it went really well. All the paces that he was wanting me to hit, I pretty much got it done.
Yeah,
so
I'm looking at, so you were on my tracker, and I was looking at like all your splits, and you were like low 7s, sub-7. So I'd say that's a pretty good training day.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was pretty
Crushed
proud
it.
of myself. I got hunkered in there at the 7:30 and just rode that bad boy. And then, I was supposed to run 6:50s for the last 8 miles because that's going to be marathon pace. And so my watches weren't playing nice with me today, but that's what I expected. But, I held my own there and tried to finish strong.
So
cool.
What's the race in December?
It's called the Marathon Project, and it's going to be in Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, you're doing that. That's cool.
Yes. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I got a coach and everything that came from it. Yeah, Ben Rosario, the guy that's the director of that race. He's coached like elites and pros before, and I applied to be coached by him, and he accepted after I sent my documentary. And of course, I was like, let's do something epic, man. Let's get a man with no calves to run a sub-3. So he was on board.
Dude. So that's so cool. So does that mean that New York City is also training run in a couple weeks?
Correct. Yep.
Well,
I don't know what the plan is yet, but that's what it probably will be.
Well, I'm excited for that, to see you. And I hope I get to see you and Jess, because I think you were hanging out with Jess a little bit in Chicago, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yep, and I got to see Erika Six Star yesterday.
You had dinner with her, right?
Yeah, well, we had drinks.
Okay.
We had drinks. So her and Brandon went and had dinner, and then I had dinner with a buddy. But I guess coincidentally, they like hanging out at the bar that was at the hotel I was at. And I was like, yeah, stop on by, and I'll have a pre-race brewski with you.
Nice. That's so cool. I'm jealous of and envious of seeing everybody having a great time out there. 313 and change. Like, you continue to crush it. I'm waiting for the day for you to do 7 marathons, 7 days, 7 continents.
We'll see.
I do really hope we can meet up in New York. I'll reach out, and I've already even talked to Kelly about running into you.
Oh, awesome. Yes. Yeah, I'm supposed to be hanging out with her too. So yeah, let's make it happen.
Yes.
Ollie G, I know she's gonna be in the area. Would absolutely love to see you. That's at least my plan, to see you at least one a day. So let's make it happen.
Let's do it. I'll be up there early Friday morning. But cool, man. I think you're having some fun with some people in the background, enjoying, celebrating. So go back to that. Thanks for taking this phone call, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Great job, Jared.
As usual, thanks for having me on. And now we go.
Now
we
go.
Right.
Jared Ewing on the On the Runs podcast. Thanks for picking up, Jared. See you later, buddy.
Bye.
Well, this has been so much fun. We have other things on our notes to talk about that we're not going to get to because during these calls, I don't know if you guys have noticed, you definitely have heard my kids, which I can't mute when on the phone call and someone else is talking because it's the same track. And then you're dealing with your dogs. Like, it was so funny. Your dog's like, let me out, or something.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, mommy's podcasting right
I
now.
think it's because I've been gone almost all day, although I did take them for a walk, but they're like literally staring at me and they're just not happy.
Yeah, they're like, dude, it's 8:37. So we're going to do one more call, but we're going to call Erika because we want to just give her congrats and then say, maybe talk her into recording later this week and let her do her sign off. So
perfect.
Tara, thanks so much for doing this with me, but let's try Six Star right now. Let's see if she picks up. She's been texting me saying she's walking back from dinner. Then she's like, oops, no, we're stopping at Walgreens.
Oh.
She goes, I'll call in Riverside. She's not here yet. So let's just call her and get a quick. Let's see if she picks up.
Hello.
What up, dude?
Hey, girl. Hey.
How's it going?
Good. We've been talking to some amazing pod fam, getting some quick recaps and stuff. And I know, are you at Walgreens right now?
I am just leaving Walgreens. We ran out of water, and you got to hydrate post-marathon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't need to hydrate with water. There's water and beer.
Well, I've already been hydrating with beer, therefore I need some water later.
That was the first thing she drank when she crossed the finish line.
Yeah.
You better believe it. Oh God, how am I doing with my social media?
Queen.
Tell me.
Queen status.
Media queen.
Ooh, ooh.
And you know what? A few other people have commented on it and say we need to give you a kudos. And yes, we are. But then you know what they said after that?
No. What?
They said you have no excuse next time because you're so good at it.
Oh, God damn it. I'm too good, you guys.
You went hard. You went so hard.
I made the mistake.
You did.
Just try not to disappoint you guys again.
Hey, I think we set a standard. Erika does content at World Majors. It's pretty epic.
Yep.
You know what? I'm okay with that. I am totally okay. Who's going to send me to the next one?
Right. You did the whole, everything the whole weekend. It wasn't like you didn't do the race, which is fine. You showed everyone the experience you were having and sharing a story, and the reaction has been amazing.
I had major
so
FOMO.
Good.
Major FOMO.
I'm trying, you guys. I really want to take you all on my journey, especially the sirens in the background, if you can hear.
True Chicago.
This has been so much fun so far, and Eric, you're next. You get the big one.
Do.
You gotta deliver. Let's put it that way.
That's I might have to buy a battery pack to keep my phone charged. The way I do this, but.
I have been using mine all weekend, so you have no excuse either.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it was ever in question. So hey, this is the end of the episode. It is 8:40 where we are. Tara's dogs are going nuts. Let us out. We gotta pee. My kids are going crazy. But we thought we had to call you just to say congratulations. You had a killer day. I hope you can record on Wednesday or Thursday night this week, and we can do just I was going to say 30-minute recap, but we know that's impossible. But we can do our own little recap episode. You share your weekend, and we can call one or two more people. But
I can do whatever you guys want. Let me put it that way.
Well, just congratulations. Great job. PR, I think, right?
So not an overall PR, but this was my fastest Chicago yet and my second best marathon. So, and I won in fun. Let's put it that way. It was an absolute blast. Chicago delivers in every sense. I'm telling you guys, I'm sticking to my guns. Chicago is the best world major. I almost tripped.
I saw
don't talk and walk.
Yeah, I saw some content over the weekend and I was like, I feel like it would be better, but we can talk about that later because we need to sign off and I need you to help me do that. And Tara, you got to jump on your line, but Six Star Erika, take us home.
Thank you guys for listening. I don't know what you talked about, so I'm going to figure that out when I hear the episode, but we love you.
Never trust a fart.
Don't fear the cold ground.
And don't forget to stretch.